I, 28M, won a divorce from my wife, 27F, but everyone want me to forgive her. Throw away for obvious reasons explained below. Me and my wife has been married for 3 years. First, let me say my wife is not struggling with any issues that I am aware of, and we have known each other since grade school. We literally know everything about each other and families. About 2 months ago, I came home and found my wife and 6-month-old daughter on the couch. My wife was asleep and my daughter next to her. The moment I went in to greet them, I smelled my daughter immediately. She needed a diaper change. I didn't know how long it has been since her last diaper change. I took my daughter from the couch to go and change her diaper, as I didn't want to wake up my wife. My wife doesn't sleep during the day, so I know that if I find my wife sleeping during the day or any time before 9 p.m., she had a hectic day and is just drained. I walked into my daughter's room and placed her on the changing table and started to change her diaper. Not even 2 minutes later, my wife walked into the room, and as I greeted her, she looked at me and looked down to my daughter on the changing table and went into a rage and started to attack me. I was stunned for like a second, and instinct kicked in, and I leaned over my daughter to protect her. My wife was shouting while hitting me. How could I? How could I? Over and over again, and that I'm a monster. I had no idea at the time what she was talking about, and the morning I left everything was as good as it could be. She then ran out the room. Like 5 minutes later, 3 police officers had me in handcuffs, and my wife, going crazy that she caught me, saw my daughter. I was speechless at that moment and couldn't believe what she was saying. I asked her what she was talking about. All she kept saying is that she saw me doing it. I was arrested and released the next day when the police had a look at the camera footage in my daughter's room, clearly seeing that I was just busy changing her diaper and nothing happened. There is not evidence that to support my wife's claims that she attacked me without provocation. I want a divorce, as I can't believe she would even think that I would do something like that. I haven't spoken to her since I got released, and my phone has been blowing up with calls and text with her apologies. I honestly don't care about that. The moment she said those words to the police, that I saw my daughter, it was like all the love I had for he just left me, and all I feel is a void inside of me at the moment, nothing else. I had her served with divorce papers a week ago, and now everyone is constantly harassing me from my family, her family, our friend, to talk to her and try counseling to sort this out. She can get counseling if she want, but I will not be involved. I am Jiang for full custody of my daughter. My lawyer has informed me that I will most probably get full custody of my daughter due to my wife's violent outburst on camera, and that I had to shield her with my body and the false claims laid against me, noting her mental state. Everyone is saying I am taking things too far by divorcing her and trying to take my daughter from her. But nobody can give me a reason as to why she did what she did. She herself in the 374 message hasn't given me an explanation as well. Just constant sorry. And we can go for marriage counseling and individual counseling again. I don't care, she can go by herself. I am just worn down at the moment as the gravity of everything is hitting me. What should I do? Everyone is on her side. What am I missing? I don't think I could stay in a relationship like this either. Whatever everyone wants you to do, it is ultimately your decision. You do not need to stay in this relationship no matter what caused her to snap. She physically attacked you. She called the police and said you assaulted your own daughter. If you feel divorce is the best option and have mentally checked out, it is the best option. Forgive? I would suggest you are never in a room with that woman alone ever again. This is literally a ticking time bomb before you're in jail. You willing to bet your entire life on this? Tell all of them that it's real easy for them to say that you should stay with her when they're not the ones who have to be married to her. Do what you need to do for yourself and your daughter. Thank goodness you had a camera. I agree with divorce. The trust, partnership, support, everything is gone. And it's no one's fault but your wife's. Leave, there's no coming back from that. Keep it with the divorce. She's not a stable partner and can hurt you or your daughter. Avoid future regrets if something happens. Yeah, I'm with you op. Divorce is the way to go. I'm sorry that happened to you and that you'll now be feeling like you're walking on eggshells around your baby girl. That's not right what she did, and you deserve a relationship where you both trust each other. I agree with others that she needs a medical and psychological evaluation. This could be a postpartum issues or perhaps some repressed trauma. It doesn't really matter as she's a serious danger to you, your kid, as long as she might break out in violent rages. Continue with the divorce. If people bring it up, tell them to put their energy to better use by pushing her to get mental health care. This almost sounds like postnatal psychosis, which is not an excuse. She's clearly mentally unwell and needs professional help immediately. I would continue with the divorce if that happened between me and my spouse. And I would absolutely seek full custody. She was attacking while you had the baby in your hands. Regardless of your baby being on a changing table, she is a danger to this child. Thank God for that camera footage. That is vital proof to your wife's full throttle attack with your child in vicinity, to the point you had to lean over to protect her. Take care of yourself and your baby. Op. You are doing the right thing for you and your daughter. Block the EXS number and tell anyone who tells you to take back someone who could accuse you of doing that to your little girl will be joining your ex in the do not contact again pile. You are 100% doing the right thing. Go forward with the divorce and custody. If it wasn't for the footage, you would be in jail. What she did is unforgivable. I'd simply text everyone who's saying otherwise in a group setting, letting them know. This will be the only time I'm going to say this, so decided to add everyone to a mass message so you can all hear me at the same time. I will not be taking her back, and I will be seeking custody of my daughter. This woman accused me of the most horrendous crime, and on my little girl no less. If it wasn't for the cameras, no one would believe me and I'd be facing jail. I will never forgive her for this. Anyone stating I should try work it out and go counseling will be joining my soon-to-be ex in the never contact again pile. I will not hesitate to cut people off until you know how it feels to be attacked and taken away in cuffs because of your supposed wife. Then you have no say in the matter. I will not say it again. So the next person to ask me to take her back will be block and remove. Thanks. You were the one who got accused of saw your daughter. You were the one who got attacked by your wife. You were the one who got arrested, and you were only saved when your camera recorded it. Not your relatives from her side or your side. Don't forgive her and by extension them. A father doing his job doesn't mean he saw his kids. It clearly shows she doesn't have any respect or trust for you. Neither do your relatives. Apply for divorce, because it surely will be worse later on. Be strong. Not everyone is on her side. Unless you are leaving out vital details or history that may indicate why she would jump to such a conclusion. What she did is horrendous and would also be unforgivable to me. After 2 months, I'd assume you've calmed down and are not divorcing her in the heat of the moment. Perhaps you shouldn't pay attention to those disagreeing with your choices, block or turn off phone notifications, and concentrate on building a safe and happy life with your little girl. Divorce her. She took things too far with her accusation. I don't care what her family or your family thinks. They weren't accused of doing something to their child. I'm with you. This would be 100% over. She attacked you, out your child at risk, and literally accused you of assaulting a child. There is no forgiving that. I don't know who is telling you to forgive it, but they can kick rocks too. The only explanation that comes to mind is that she was not fully awake and what she saw was part of a dream. It's clear that she went from napping to seeing you very quickly. And if she was not fully awake, the brain can do funny things. If she has a history of sleepwalking or any other sleep disorder, she should talk with her doctor about the hallucination. Dreams often manifest fears we have. So if she had seen something that day about child abuse, it's possible some fear and anxiety made her see things that weren't real. It's unlikely that she made this up with malicious intent. Possible? Yes. But unlikely. But without any more information from her about what she saw, felt, and mental health history, we can only speculate. Regardless of the reason, I think you are justified in leaving the relationship. That was a huge breach of trust that understandably will take a long time to recover from. Get a restraining order. Make sure she is charged criminally unless she can get some serious therapy. I am so sorry and never take her back. She is sick mentally and should be kept away from you. Don't stop the divorce. Don't listen to any of the people telling you to. Ask them what would have happened to you if there wasn't camera footage proving your innocence. Your entire life could have been over. You whole not be allowed around children. You would have no access to your daughter and you would be on a sex offenders list. What your wife accused you of is one of the most horrible things you could ever be accused of. She also assaulted you. No excuse makes this better. I'm curious to how far your wife would have taken this. Is this new behavior? Was she dreaming of that maybe? Doesn't matter. She called the police. Accused you of being a pedophile. There is absolutely no coming back from this. Divorce her and get full custody of your daughter to save her.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Haircast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.